Welcome back to Project 94 for another diecast review here on the channel, and today we're going to be looking at Harrison Burton and his 2023 Ford Motorcraft Ford Mustang for the Wood Brothers, number 21. And it's one of those paint schemes that really has not changed much in its long history of being run with this team. This livery is really iconic to the Wood Brothers. It's pretty much inspired by David Pearson's old paint schemes from all those years ago, and Trevor Bayne, and pretty much a lot of the Wood Brothers cars have this livery, the primary paint schemes. They do have their other secondary paint schemes, but of course this is the paint scheme that runs in a majority of the races for the Wood Brothers. And it's the one that 9 times out of 10 gets the most diecast made compared to all the other 21 paint schemes. And once again this year, Lino has released the primary number 21 for the sophomore rookie Harrison Burton. And I gotta say, this diecast right here, there are a couple things that I'm going to point out about the paint scheme that I wish were the same as last year, because there are actually a couple of changes as compared to last year's version of this car. But nonetheless, let's get this diecast out of the box. And this is going to be one of the first 2023 diecasts to have the chrome numbers that I've reviewed as far as I can remember. So that's going to be interesting to take a look at. And here is the diecast fresh out of the box. Right here, folks, the Harrison Burton 2023 livery, the primary paint scheme. And, of course, it's mostly like every Wood Brothers car, as I mentioned before. So I'm looking at this paint scheme, and I pretty much just remember every other number 21 Wood Brothers car, except now we have a different driver behind the wheel, and it's a different season. That's pretty much what this diecast is right here. But still a classic scheme that really does deserve the appreciation that it gets from the fans. Definitely a paint scheme that does not get old, because it's a really historic race team and a really historic livery, and it's really important to keep that tradition going. So let's take a look at this diecast a little bit closer here. So here's in the front of the car, you have number 21, you got the Wood Brothers logo under the headlight, and of course, the Sunoco logo at the bottom corners. And you're going to have Ford right there. You got a paint chip right there, looks like. I scraped it off. Bit of debris right there. You got Ford on the little part on the nose right there. You have Motorcraft, Ford with the new hood vents. Get a close look at those. Got a bit of hair clear coated into the paint right there. That's a little unfortunate. You have Ford Burton on the windshield banner right there. You have Sunoco, as we pointed out. We have Goodyear, which looks a little bit wonky jaw. You have NASCAR Cup Series, the NASCAR 75th anniversary logo. The Chrome Foil 21, which makes the camera, look at that. Look at the way the lighting makes that look. Quite intense chrome gold right there. Of course, we have the dark gray wheels with the yellow Goodyears. Looks like this rolls a little better than the other ones, but definitely doesn't roll as good, it looks like. Got number 21 right there. You got Harrison Burton. Got another logo next to that. Looks like the American flag, but the decal is so small. You have Ford Safety Clean ARP. And let's see, you got the WBR logo right there. You have Ford Motorcraft right there. Of course, this is not the Dex paint scheme that ran in the Daytona 500. It's just like the rest of the season, you're just going to have Ford Motorcraft instead of Dex. Just a primary edition of this paint scheme will have the Ford Motorcraft on the door instead of Dex. You have the exhaust port right there. You got Lincoln Welders. You have Quick Lane tire and auto sensor. We just looked at the Ryan Blaney blue paint scheme from his rookie season. You definitely should check out that video. I'll probably leave that in the description, because it's part of the Wood Brothers. You have Omnicraft right there. You have Dex Imaging. You have Ford Motorcraft right there. You got the license plate, the 2023 Ford license plate, number 21. And yes, I am acknowledging this. The back of this thing is, the decals are quite No, I don't even think it's the decals. I think the body is a little bit wonky jaw. The way oh yeah. You see that, guys? It looks like the body was not put on too evenly, and that is why the back looks crooked. But the decals, they look alright. Now that I look at it from the correct angle, because when you look at it like that, the body is not sitting on this very evenly. Must have gotten thrown around in shipment. That's really unfortunate. For 11 bucks. You have FordParts.com, you have Harrison Burton, you have the Ford Motorcraft logo on the hood, and the number 21. So let's get a look at the rest of the paint scheme. They spray painted it that red-orange once again, just like last year's car, so anything that is red on this is going to be paint, and the white and blue and black are going to be the decals. So we're going to look at the splitter and the spoiler, which are both black. Got a little bit of scratches and nick marks, but it's underneath the car, so it shouldn't matter that much. You have the spoiler in black, and the side skirts are in black, or the sides of the underbody. The sides of the underbody are black. So let's take a look. So basically the front is going to start out all white. And here is where the change from last year comes in. Originally, the red wrapped all the way over the nose. Whereas this year, it just stops right before the Ford logo at the edge of the nose right there. A little bit past the hood. Originally, the red just wrapped all the way over the nose. And now it's back to how it looked pre-2022. And I gotta say, I'm not as big of a fan of this style as compared to 2022. I do miss having the red wrap all the way around the nose. Kind of made it look cool and modern, whereas this just goes back to how it was before. Does not look bad, but I do wish they kept last year's nose. I know some people are going to disagree with that, but opinions are opinions too. I'll just put it that way. But yeah, that's how the front wraps as compared to last year. Last year's car is in storage. I'll probably get a picture on a community post showing you guys the difference of the stripe if I get a chance. But for the diecast review, it's just all white here in the front. And pretty much the white with the very, very thin blue stripe. It's going to have a bit of a space. It's not going to be like in the middle, of course. Just like very on the upper portion of the white. That blue stripe and the white is going to continue all the way throughout the sides. They're not going to wrap over the side windows. It's going to be under the side windows where the white and blue stripes, or the blue stripe with the giant white portion of the scheme just wraps all the way around. Pretty self-explanatory, very simple looking at it. Just all white back here, all white on the sides with that blue stripe. Nice little complementary color mix right there, having that blue stripe right there. It looks very, very clean, and just this paint scheme has always been clean. It really has been always that way for the number 21. And here is the deck lid right here. So those blue stripes pretty much wrap over the hips of the car. They don't necessarily take the shape of the hips exactly, but they're definitely wrapped over them. And that blue stripe is going to stop right at the spoiler, and it's going to wrap really, really ugly right here. Just see how, like, the way they put it on, you could still see, like, the red, like, paint right there, and then you're going to try to stuff that blue and white on there to, like, finish that off. Maybe it looks better on the real car, but close up on the diecast, that does not look too great. But when you look at it from far, you can barely tell. It looks like the decal is on there perfect. But that is pretty much how the blue stripe is going to wrap around with the white. And of course, the upper portion of the car, which goes over a majority of the entire hood and a bit of the edges of the front portion of the car, right by the hood area. And then the red is just going to pretty much continue all the way across the top portion of this next-gen Ford Mustang right here, which means it's going to wrap all the way around the side window pillars and over the back window and onto the deck lid and completely on the roof. And it is painted on. That is not a decal. The white and blue are decals because when you look underneath, the color of the car, it's been spray painted that red-orange. It's a nice, like, red-orange. It's not like a normal red. This is definitely a special kind of red for this particular scheme. Kind of the red that the Wood Brothers have always had, just like that red-orange for the die-casts. And on my honest opinion, I really like how that looks. I like how it's not just a normal red. Definitely makes the paint more special to this paint scheme and unique. And we're going to take a look at the numbers. So you have black outline with a white number fill-in for the roof of this car with the really iconic number 21. And we're going to look at how the number looks on the back right here. Got the gold number 21 with the black outline, just the normal, not the gold foil. Front does not have the gold foil either. It's the same number 21 that was on the back with the gold number fill-in with a black outline. And now when you look at the door, you're going to have the black outline, but with the chrome gold foil number fill-in. And just like the Christopher Bell and just like last year's, just like the RFK cars, really, really sweet chrome number right there. I'll give you guys a close look at that. Very sweet. I like that a lot. Would be cool if they did that on the roof as well, but I understand that number 21 on the top is supposed to be white. And here's this side, which kind of looks a little bit better than the other side. A lot more even, the decal, as you can tell. Look at the way that makes the light just, the reaction is just intense. Hopefully that shows up on the YouTube video here. But yeah, this is a really, really cool paint scheme. It's really historic, and I do not blame the Wood Brothers for not changing this livery. This is how this number 21 car always should look. Maybe they can try a different type of paint scheme, because there are people that are saying that they want a different paint scheme for the 21. It wouldn't really bother me if they did make a new one, but it's nice to have this one still. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up view, sort of a 360, but a lot more close-ups. Yeah, the hood vents. Yeah, I'm still getting used to them. Not, like I mentioned, not very stock car-like. At all. Usually just the whole hood is just solid and that doesn't have any of these aerodynamic stuff. But that's how the 2023 cars are, and just the next gen cars in general. The hood, the nostrils, whatever you want to call these, the hood vents, they have been changed. And here's the right side right here. Not really much to look at. Very, very simple, not too artistic in any sort of way. Just simple stripes. Definitely cannot go wrong with that. So, still doing the 360 view here. It's the roof, the left side, and the underbody of this car. And yeah, guys, really can't go wrong with this paint scheme. It's pretty nice. However, if I do, in terms of recommendations, I got this diecast because I wanted to do the review on the 2023 model. That's what a lot of people want to see on the channel, are the 2023 diecasts. But if I'm recommending, should you get this car, if you have last year's diecast, but you like it better, mainly some people would probably like this nose better. For people that did not like last year's diecast and they want this one, definitely get it. If you don't have a next-gen Harrison Burton diecast at all, get it. But if you have last year's diecast and you like it more than this, I would definitely say keep the one you have. But of course, this is a sophomore rookie diecast, so you would kind of have to pick this one up if you're a completionist, because this does not have the rookie stripes on the back. And that could be the deciding factor of which collectors are going to be looking for this diecast. Harrison Burton fans are probably going to get it no matter what. But with that being said, this has been the diecast review of the Harrison Burton 2023 Ford Motorcraft number 21 Ford Mustang for the Wood Brothers. An iconic paint scheme, and of course you have a sophomore rookie behind the wheel, so definitely helps to have that. It's pretty cool to have this diecast in the collection. Another number 21 for the diecast storage here. So yeah, guys, that has been the review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this diecast. We're going to have a lot more diecast reviews for 2023 coming out. And of course, always keep forgetting the Get BioDeal logo. Keep forgetting that, but that's on the car as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review. comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. It's been a long while. I've had some oral surgery, so I had to take a couple days off. But I'm back. Ready to just keep on doing the videos here for Project 94. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.